And welcome in, Irish Nation, to the Golden Dawn Restaurant. It's Anthony Tabak, senior kicker and soccer player for the Irish. Anthony, thanks for joining me. So you guys have had a great season this year. You're 5-1, and you got a little sniff of the record book.
Yeah.
Early in a 39-yard field goal, one of the longer ones in Ursuline history. I mean, any extra point kicking, it's not easy, especially going from soccer because you kick it differently, as you know, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
But so a 40-yard field goal, like what was your mindset going into that kick?
I actually didn't realize how far it was until after the fact.
That's how it goes.
I don't want to think about that. Just kind of, because I mean, like we've gone over. I know I can do it. It's just you don't want to think about it. Just do it.
And in practice, you're not always kicking behind the line and the defensive lines certain times, right?
Yeah, no, they're coming at me, but it's more fun that way, definitely.
And then the adrenaline's pumping, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun.
So you guys are at the 5-1 start. A shellacking of Austintown Fitch is really the only way you can describe it last week, 35-0. Yeah. I mean, the team clicked on all cylinders.
Yeah, not much for me to do, really, to be honest.
But, I mean, you guys just every phase and special teams, take me through that, because you never know when Coach Reardon's going to call on you for kicking an onside kick.
No.
Which, I mean, seems like you get one every game, right?
Yeah, it's starting to feel like it. I mean, we talked about it beforehand, and we had a plan going into it for what we wanted to do. He doesn't have the best timing for it when he wants to get them. They were calling it the whole game. They were looking for it, but we still got it there.
And so, obviously, I was a little experienced, but nothing crazy. But knowing that you position the ball a different way for every kind of kick you want to kick. So take me through like onside kicks and kickoffs, the kind of certain kicks and the way you position the ball for what you want to get done.
I mean, I usually just kind of keep the ball upright the same. It's more about how I take my steps back.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we're kicking deep right, so I'm setting my ankle up, so I'm just kicking it straight there. For onsides, it's really just I kind of got to slow down and just get around the ball, put it on that spot that we're looking for, behind the kid's back this week.
Now, I've seen people put the ball kind of like a watermelon on the ground with no tee, and that kind of gets a little spin on it. Have you ever tried that? Is it something that feels effective?
Not really for me. I mean, a lot of it is just the surprise aspect on it, and you can't really get them with that. Yeah, and even if we're going for like an onside, we still have some kind of trying to psych them out with it. Mm-hmm. We got John and Drake.
Right.
They're both really good at their onsides. We did it during our first week game.
Right.
I mean, they were kind of blocking it, but we have some more stuff for that.
Okay, and so you went out for a kicker after playing soccer, of course. So what was the transition like? Because like we mentioned earlier, it's different kicking a soccer ball in a football.
Definitely. I mean, some days it's really rough. It just goes left, your leg falls over. But it's actually hurt more on the soccer aspect of it. They all go straight over the goal. So it's missed a few goals this season just by doing that. I mean, with onsides, we do it a lot, so it's a big thing for me. But playing soccer has really helped. You get the best contact, just pass the ball to the spot, really.
Speaking of soccer, you guys are off to a good start. You're towards the end of your regular season, right? And,
yeah.
And so for that crew, what are you guys looking? I mean, obviously the goal is to win every game until the end of the playoffs.
Win every game, yeah. Go to state. I think we'll make a good run to the playoffs, but we got Mooney. Obviously, that's the big game. It's our last game.
When's that?
In 2 weeks. Can't think. I know it's Thursday in 2 weeks.
Well, Thursday in 2 weeks, guys. Go support the Ursuline soccer team against Cardinal Mooney. You'll get to see Anthony Tabak there, and then you'll get to see him on the gridiron playing football. Anthony, so how long have you been doing the kicking? How long is that kind of, whether you thought about it and didn't do it right away, kind of how long have you been thinking about doing that, and what led you to your decision to doing it?
So it started 2 years ago, my sophomore year. My friend Jackson, he went out for a kicker.
Okay.
For Fitch, and I don't know why I didn't want to do it. I don't know, because I like to be really prepared for it, and I just didn't think I had enough time. And so I waited a year. I did a ton of practice going on. Had one ball, because I just bought one nice ball, and so it was days of going to Fitch and just kicking it down and just getting it yourself and coming back. Yeah, really, my junior year, that was really started. I learned a lot. There's nothing like having real people holding it, coming at you. Makes it a lot different, yeah.
Right, and so you've kicking coach. How has he helped you with everything? Because it's obviously you're gonna have kicking coach, but it's different when you've had a former kicker in high school.
Coach Limo, he's definitely been a big help to me.
McCarthy? Or is he, you said Limo?
Yeah, Coach
Okay,
Limo.
go ahead. Sorry, excuse me.
No, it's fine. Yeah, he's been a real big help for me, definitely even building my confidence. That seems like to be the biggest thing right now, just staying focused for, kicking football, not soccer. Yeah, definitely, and he always is helping me, like, change up, trying to figure out what works.
Right.
We're trying to implement hurdling and kickoff, get a few more yards.
Of course, it's a mental thing because they call kickers head cases, right?
Yeah.
And it's a big, you miss one kick, okay, you got to bounce back because you could be called on it immediately later in the game.
Yeah.
So how's that kind of preparation? If you've missed a kick, what do you do to kind of get yourself back right for your next opportunity because it's going to come?
Yeah, so it's ironically for Fitch, I got blocked. I'm not sure exactly what happened on it, but last year before that I had gotten blocked on PAT, and, I was really got flustered. It kind of just destroyed my confidence last year. But, like, I've gotten so much kind of more experience, more confidence in myself. I was able to really just bounce back from it. I just went on the sidelines and just worked on my timing, like how fast am I getting, how was I confident when I was kicking the ball, and then we did all the PATs. We're good for all those.
So what's been the difference from this year from last year for kicking, your first year or second year?
The biggest difference?
Yeah. Or just differences in general?
There's differences. I mean, I was competing with Gavin Sidoris last year.
Okay.
I mean, not that I'm, like, being complacent, but it's definitely still, I want to be the best I can be, best for the team. Drake Campbell, he's really good. He's got me working to keep my position. Really strong, really good kicker. The biggest thing for me is just confidence again.
Yeah.
Like, I just know I can do it. Just go up there. I've got people coming for me, but I know I can put them all in.
So what's the longest you've ever kicked, like in practice or anything?
In practice it was pretty recent. It was 50 yards, which
Okay.
is a big milestone. Although haven't had that time to really sit down and just like practice till I can get it. So.
But the leg strength's clearly there.
It's getting there.
Little
Yeah.
Justin Tucker action out there, although he's been pretty bad this year.
Yeah.
But no, so that's 50 yards because you obviously when you're kicking a farther field goal, right, you got to get a little lower on it.
Yeah, a little more drive.
Which increases the chance of it being blocked. So how does that kind of, especially with your 39-yarder, how does that kind of, play into the mental side of, okay, yeah, I'm going to kick this a little lower. I just got to focus on kicking rather than focus on what's going on in front of me.
You really feel it when you get to that like 45-yard mark. Like you've got to just focus on like following your leg up because any of those like mistakes where you put your foot down to the left or cut it in, you'll really see it in that kick. Yeah, you've got to just stay focused and just kind of work on driving it, but not over kicking it. Like if you just try to put all your power in it, then it's going wide. You're not making it. And
you guys have St. V's this week, and it's a team that you guys have always played. And what do you think it's going to take for you guys to go out there and get the win?
I don't know. I think it'll take a really good week of practice. They're always on point with that. Our captains, they're always making sure we're focused and we're doing what we need to do to have a good game. So, lastly, you have any message for Irish fans for coming out to football and soccer games? You got Mooney down the stretch in soccer, and this last 4 games for the regular season. What's your message to Irish Nation for Friday night? Just come out and support the team. It's definitely a good way to meet new people and make some good memories. All right, well, that's Anthony Tabak, senior kicker soccer player. So go hit the soccer team out. They play Mooney in a couple of weeks, and you can check out the Ursuline Irish on Friday night. We'll have it on YSN Live. This is Tim Corso from the Golden Dawn. Thanks again, Anthony, for joining me, and we'll see you Friday night.